Hello gamers, this is Jeepers, and today I'm talking first impressions of the indie title Dismantled on 108 Dragons TV. Now, some of you may already know of my content, perhaps from other groups I've reviewed for, but today I have the honor to talk about a game for one of my own favorite channels, and I couldn't be more excited about such a collaboration, because I honestly believe working together is truly such an important part of gaming. So thank you 108 Dragons TV for believing in me and this amazing opportunity. So without further ado, let's get right to it and talk about the game. I really hate to start off with a game's negative point, but I need to get this out of the way. Because when it comes to a story in a game, sometimes it's just been overused, and there are only so many routes one can take with a genre, especially a post-apocalyptic zombie game. And honestly, developer 10 Tons come up with a zombie story that's no different than any other, making it pretty dry. So to be brief, you wake up to find yourself in a zombie-infested future and you must escape your demise. But in this case, you're stuck on an island with the task of trying to figure out where everyone went and how exactly to get off the island. There's also a bit of a mystery to be uncovered on how the infection arrived in the first place, but it's definitely not enough to bring anything unique to the table. Although to be fair, a great story isn't needed to have a wonderful experience in a game, and in my opinion, Dismantled proves just that, because the gameplay will continually have you coming back for more. So again, gameplay is where this game shines. It's an addiction you can't quit. For a matter of fact, the only reason I made this as a first impressions video was simply because I wanted to get the word out quickly about this indie title. Otherwise, I was nearly 16 hours in and I'd still not completed the game. But I would have happily played Dismantle until the end. So fair warning, this is a long journey, and it even tells you so before you begin your adventure. Expect nothing less. Also, interestingly enough, there's a reason the game is called Dismantle, and that's because 99% of it can be just that, dismantled. For instance, you can tear apart everything from barrels, chairs, TVs, tires, and the list just goes on. Each item provides a different material for unique survival items. You can then craft and upgrade items like weapons, trinkets, gear, tools, and again, the list goes on. Each will further advance you along your adventure. And dismantling the island to proceed along the journey becomes an absolute addiction. But there's so much more to do than just destroy things. You have many puzzles to solve, with optional side quests to accomplish, and some pretty intense bosses to take down. On top of all this, let's not forget that the island is infested by zombies of all sorts. I came across many mutated beasts, some with claws that would cause some massive damage, and some obese zombies who like to spit their toxic lunch at me. Even the wolves weren't free from infection. Unfortunately, the enemies in the game became more of a nuisance than a challenge as you leveled up your character. They really just get in the way of dismantling the island. So the fun of taking down infected zombies wears off quickly. And as far as the island map goes, it's huge. It also has many different environments to explore. So with the right gear, you can reach the snowy mountains, or go to the desert, and even make your way to the jungle. And lastly, just to put it out there, Dismantle can be played co-op, but unfortunately I didn't have a chance to try this feature out. Graphically, Dismantle isn't that intense, but honestly it works well for what it is. The character models are good, and the environments look lush and detailed. The animations are well done too. I also really like the top-down perspective view of the game because it makes for more interesting gameplay. I even thought the inventory system was well laid out, although it took me a minute to figure out the button shortcuts, because they happen to be laid out a bit more confusingly. As for the sound, what little voice acting was in the game was done well, but the game did lack good ambient music because it felt a bit empty at times as I walked around the map. Ultimately, from what I've played so far of Dismantle, it's a good game. I've only had a few complaints. I didn't even come across any bugs in my playthrough, which was nice. And although I played this on PC through Steam, it has recently come to consoles including Xbox and PlayStation. So, is this game groundbreaking? No, but it is an excellent way to pass your time. Also, if survival and crafting is your thing, then I highly recommend Dismantle. And if you wanted me to score it from what I played as of now, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and for more great content like this, please remember to like and subscribe to 108 Dragons TV.